Reading Man of the Holidays by Judy Snow Nation. Saint Valentine. Love one another. Do you enjoy giving and receiving Valentine's on February 14th? Do you know why we call that day Valentine's Day? The day and the cards are named after a loving and brave man named Valentine. He died many years ago on February 14th. This was about 230 years after Jesus died. Unfortunately, the story about Valentine was not written down for many years. We know only a few facts about his life. I'm going to tell you those facts with some of the stories people have told about Valentine. These stories are called legends. A legend may or may not be true. Valentine lived in the Roman Empire at a time where Christians were treated badly. The Roman king, called an emperor, demanded that everyone worship him, along with many other Roman gods. Valentine and the other Christians would not worship pretend gods. They only worshipped Jesus. That is why they were often arrested and killed. Sometimes they were placed in a stadium with wild animals. The crowds of people watched and cheered as the animals attacked the Christians. Isn't that awful? Because of this danger, people only became Christians when they were willing to die for their faith in Jesus. It was especially dangerous to be a church leader. Valentine had great faith and courage. He chose to be identified as a Christian and the leader in his church. Christians were not the only people the emperor treated badly. Soldiers were treated badly too. The Roman Empire was a huge place. Many soldiers were needed to keep peace. They were sent to Roman lands that were far away from home. If men joined the army, they had to be gone for 25 years or more. That is a long time. Emperor Claudius, too, had trouble finding enough men to join his army. Well, that is not surprising, is it? What is surprising is what the emperor did to deal with the problem. He made a new law saying that young men could not get engaged or married. The emperor thought that men would not mind leaving home if they did not have a wife. Is that a good law? Valentine knew that it was not a good law. Many people think that Valentine married young lovers in secret. It was dangerous to disobey the emperor, but Valentine did not stop performing marriages until he was arrested and sent to prison. Prison, what a terrible place that was. It was dark and crowded. Christians filled the jails. They must have been miserable. Valentine probably reminded them that Jesus, God's Son, loved them and understood what they were going through. You see, Jesus left heaven to become man, knowing that he would also be arrested and killed. Jesus did this for them. Yes, God loved them. They were thankful for this reminder. Christians inside and outside the prison walls loved Valentine. One legend says that married couples tossed flowers of notes and love into his prison. Into his prison window. They wanted to thank Valentine for marrying them. The couples had to be careful because it was against the law to help Christians. Here's another legend. One dark night, a prison guard heard Valentine praising Jesus for being the light of the world. Right away, he brought his blind daughter to Valentine. The guard said, "If Jesus really is the light of the world, ask him to cure my daughter's blindness." Valentine put his hand on her eyes and prayed. Suddenly she could see. It was so very exciting. Her whole family believed that Jesus was the only true God. They were full of joy, but that joy was mixed with sadness. They knew that Valentine would soon be killed for his faith. Before Valentine was killed, he wrote a love note to the guard's daughter. He signed it, "From your Valentine." On February 14th, Valentine was put to death. His body was placed in an underground cemetery called a catacomb. Valentine's spirit went to heaven, where he would get a new body and live forever. Both Jesus and Valentine were killed because they identified people in danger. Why were they so brave? Love. Love is what that Valentine's Day is all about. Philippines. Wait, no. Philippians, I mean. Although Jesus existed in the form of God, he emptied himself, being made in the likeness of men. And being found in appearance as a man, he humbled himself, becoming obedient to the point of death, even on a cross. New American Standard Bible.
Very good.
The end.